Good morning, everyone. This is going to be the last good day for a very long time. We have cold front coming in. The next 3 days are supposed to be like below normal or average temperatures for this time of November. Um, Halloween night, October 31st, was absolutely horrendous. And then we had a couple of days, like my birthday was horrible. And a couple of days after that, it was so cold. Today I am outside in a t-shirt and my pajama bottoms, which you don't need to see. Um, but I'm outside and I'm doing some winter weathering to make sure that they can come out during the day into the cabana and not have to stay in the coop. I think that's very important. I don't want them to have to stay in that coop all day long, every day. You know, um, as it starts getting colder and colder, I get home about 11 o'clock at night and I will come in and shut their coop door and then get up early in the morning and let them out. So, you know, these guys are going to get the best care that they can get. So I'm going to be hanging some shower curtains on the other side on those rods and kind of make them come down so that way it's got the ability to have sun come in the afternoon to heat them up. I'm going to keep straw in the cabana floor so that way, it will stay warm for their feet. I've already started layering inside the coop for warmth. But what I want to talk about is their food. My chickens are only 6 months old. They turn 6 months old the first of this month. So happy 6 months. Do you want to see them? Look at that. There they are. There's Odin. There's Precious up there. Look here. There's all my girls. We had one fussing earlier. I think she was trying to lay an egg. Someone was in the box. So what I want to talk about is how I'm preparing my chickens for winter. And it's not just winterizing the cabana. It's not just winterizing the coop. It's winterizing them from the inside out. And in my opinion, and I have researched this, and I have watched everything that I can watch on proper chicken diet. I bought 2 books this past week just to make certain that I was getting the proper information. Plus, I just like having books. I have realized that I am doing it the right way. And what that is not relying on 16% protein off of a layer, crumble, or pellet, whichever you feed. I feed predominantly a crumble. My chickens don't really care for the pellets yet. I do have some that I throw in with their scratch. But anyway, 16% protein is not enough. It's just not enough. And according to everything I've read and all of the research I've done, they need more protein, especially with winter time coming in. Now, through the summer, I did not feed them dried corn, cracked corn, whole corn. I didn't feed it to them. Number one, they were kind of small, and I didn't want them to have to work with their grit that much. But also, corn heats them up on the inside. So corn is an absolute must. Black oil sunflower seed is an absolute must for them in the winter because that pumps up protein and heat. Now, my girls have always gotten breakfast. Now, their breakfast menu kind of varies day to day or within a few days, depending on how long it takes them to go through some of the foods I feed. Now, this is what I feed. And I think it's very important for people to let everybody know how they feed their chickens. But don't take their word that it's the best thing for your chickens. Because I absolutely take people's advice with a grain of salt and then I research it before I take their word, to do it for mine. So what I do is I make a big pot of spaghetti or I make a big pot of rice. That goes in the refrigerator and I can dip out of it every morning. I add hot water to it to warm it up a little bit. Now, the protein level of this, I either add scrambled eggs or tuna or cooked fish or even canned cat food or canned dog food. It kind of depends on what's going on in my household. Say I don't have time to go and find something else like cooking fish for them for the week. I will grab a can of cat food or dog food. Normally I get a can of tuna, and that's normally what I put in there. I also put special herbs. There's a chicken treat they get blended in with that. Sometimes I throw a little yogurt in with the noodles and stir that up in there. And then I always have some sort of vegetation. This week it has been grated zucchini into their food mix, and they love it. And I do grate it because it's easier for them to eat and digest. Now, something else that I feed my chickens with their breakfast is a bag of greens. They do not like collard greens as well as they like kale, turnip, and mustard greens. I do buy them on discount because there is not enough green out here for them. This is a really coarse grass, and I'm kind of letting it grow. I'm not letting them really scratch too much out here because I want to make it good for spring. They're going to come out a little bit today, but not a whole lot. And then the next 3 days they'll be stuck in. So protein is so important for them. Now, something else that they get to add protein is scraps. I don't care if it's pulled pork or if it's ground beef, but they do like ground beef. So today I'm going to be frying up about 3 pounds of ground beef for them. Some of the discount beef I found, I'm going to fry them up some. I'm going to mix it into, or put it into their rice dish, and then freeze some. So that way they have ground beef at all times. It's an easy way to do that. So ground beef will be something that they're getting this week with their rice. And they like spaghetti noodles better than they like rice, but guess what? They're going to eat what I give them. So pumping up that protein, you can also use fingerling fish food. If you go to the feed store, they have products to feed fish in ponds, and it's called fingerling fish food. It's a smaller pellet, really good stuff. Dry cat food. Dry dog food is normally a little too big. Cat food has a little more protein in it than dog food. Dog food tends to have not as much protein, which we don't like as dog owners because I don't like it. I really am, even though I'm a couponer, I do supplement my dog's food with protein because I know that the dry dog food does not have enough. Protein is so important. If your chickens are going through molt, or if it's starting to get really, really cold, you want them to have protein. It's important. They are not herbivores. They are not herbivores. They are carnivores. In my life, I have seen chickens eat snakes. I have seen them eat mice. I have seen them eat birds. I have seen chickens eat just about any kind of meat that they can. They're going to search for meat. Bugs, obviously, worms, lizards. Anything they can find, they will eat. They are opportunists, too. So, if you're going to feed your chickens in winter time, make sure you bump that protein up. It's very important. You all have a great day. Look at my squirrel. See my squirrel? Let's look at the girls again before I shut this down. Someone's not happy. Oh, he's standing on his flock block. You all have a great day. And stay warm because it's going to get cold the next few days. Bye, y'all.